My advice to all young people, never buy a home, ever. Till you're super wealthy, then you buy a home. Till then, invest in yourself, invest in your business, and invest in real estate to cash flows. Now, the audience is going to say, but where am I going to live? You're going to rent. You're going to rent where you live, and you're going to take the money that you would normally use to buy a house, and you're going to use that to build yourself, build your business, or invest in other real estate that pays you income.
No, I agree with Grant on this. I gave Grant shit about this actually because he used to say never buy a house, and now he owns houses on both coasts. He's changed the script a little bit to say wait until you're super wealthy, which he is. And I agree with him completely. When you're young, don't spend a lot of money on a house. Take that money, invest it, and build your wealth. That's absolutely sound advice. You know, the beautiful thing though, I'll tell you, the space that I train in, which is multifamily for the most part, multifamily takes money, but it doesn't have to be your own money. You know, a lot of people think they need a lot of money to go buy apartment complexes. I teach you how to raise that money from other investors. And you know, there's so much money on the sidelines getting killed in the stock market volatility and things like that. You know, you can raise money to buy these 100-unit complexes, 200-unit complexes. My students now own well over 265,000 units that we know of under my teaching, which is something I'm very, very proud of. My coaching students, my warriors, you know, they raise the money for those deals, hundreds of millions of dollars, and you can do the same thing. You know, you need a little bit of money to survive, but you don't need to have a bunch of money to put into these deals. And so that's a misnomer, but I still agree with Grant on don't spend your money to buy a place until you can really afford it and you've already started to build some wealth. That's very, very sound advice. Now, if you want to learn multifamily, what I teach, get your butt to one of my boot camps. I have a boot camp, a virtual one, like every 2 or 3 months. I don't sell anything there. It's 2 days of training, nothing being sold, and you can come for the price of a freaking lunch, okay? No excuses. If you're serious about changing your life, the trajectory of your life, and creating the life of your dreams for yourself and your family, put boot camp in the comments. I promise you'll be glad you came. I'll see you soon.